Hey guys, it's me, the American, and today I have the Becker BK20, an ultimate survival knife capable of taking on anything in its path. The Becker BK20 features 1.35 pounds of 1095 chromium vanadium steel, full tang Hylon grips, comes with a lanyard hole in the back. On top of that, it's a flat grind at 20-degree angle, 11 inches of blade just about, and it's very, very Bowie influenced. The claim of the BK20 having a 0.25 inch thick blade is somewhat debatable in my eyes. Now, the blade itself mics in at around 0.23 inches on my calipers, and the handle mics in at about 0.25 inches thick. So the handle, underneath the handle tang here is actually a little bit thicker than the blade thickness. Now, I bought this BK20 directly from K-Bar, so let's go and test out the factory sharpness on a piece of standard computer paper. I mean, effortless, so sharp. That 20-degree grind is actually very well done on this knife. No hesitation, no bumps, no mumps, no potholes. I'll tell you what, so far the sharpness has really impressed me. BK20 with a hammer grip, it handles okay. I do enjoy it. It's real solid feeling in the handle. The Beckers, they always have that great hammer grip design. The Hylon handles, it stays in your hand. It does not want to come out of your hand whatsoever. Now, the blade does have a lot of heft to it. For an 11-inch blade, it's a little hefty. It's a lot more, it's got more weight in it per stroke than my BK9, but in reality, I think that this one will top the BK9 when it comes to my favorite Becker. This piece of bamboo came down in the yard. Golly, it's so annoying. It's like right in the middle of the view screen. Just go ahead and chop that off right there. Effortless, quick, and I'll tell you what, still razor sharp after all of that handling technique. This is a pretty big survival type blade, so let's go ahead and see how easily it makes tinder for the fire. Now remember, safety first, my friends. I'm going to do a push motion. Man, that pushing motion is so effortless because of the weight in front of the knife, creating more of a power stroke. It is very effortless. Let's go ahead and try a little bit of a chopping technique. Wow. It's so easy with this blade to create tinder. Very simple, very quick. Next up, we have the chopping test. Now, this is a pretty large Bowie style knife, so I'm pretty sure it'd have no problem chopping into this piece of pine right here, 2x4, construction materials. One day, you might have to extract yourself out of a house made out of 2x4. So, let's go ahead and check it out and see how good of a chopping ability it actually does. Safety first, my friends. Wow. Since the blade is a little bit longer than most survival knives in the large Bowie style class, you can actually get a lot of leverage. And on top of that, when I was able to get underneath the chips, I applied a like a prying type of force to prime them up, you know, for the next hit. So actually, I mean, this blade is really great for just about all-around survival. Well, the Becker BK20 has passed phase 1 with flying colors. Super easy, super effortless, and it still handles like a champ. On to phase 2. We'll start with the edge retention test. I'll be striking the edge here, around this area, onto a heavyweight concrete block. Now, I will notify where I marked the edge, and I will try to cut into a lime rind. Lime rinds are pretty tough. So, for me, the way I feel it, it's a pretty good gauge, and it tells me how well it kept that edge. Now remember, safety first, my friends. Do not try this at home, whatever you do. Very dangerous. Many lesser quality knives have failed this test, and knife shards go everywhere. I made a little bit of sparks there. Struck here. Look at that. That 1095 chromium vanadium withstood that type of damage on the edge, and it still sliced through this lime with ease. After the strike on the concrete block, I did have a slight chip right here, but it did not compromise the blade at all. It did compromise the edge somewhat, but the Becker BK20 has survived and will go on to the next phase of testing. Well, the Becker BK20 definitely passed that test, flying colors. Let's go to move on to the next test, the brick test. Oh, a lot of people, they hate this test. Believe me, they get so afraid and so scared. You're not supposed to be doing that, Mayor, with your knives. Well, they're my knives. I do with them what I want. And this is a way that I test durability. I mean, if the blade is going to shatter when hitting a hard object, I don't even want to touch that blade. I don't want nothing to do with it. Because if I ever have to use that blade in a hard use situation and I strike a hard object, then obviously I'm going to be stuck with about a third of my blade. So let's go ahead and strike into this brick right here. I'll be using the spine of the knife to strike the brick until it breaks. Now, who knows, in the future there might be a brick apocalypse of 2143. I don't know, but we will see. Hopefully I'll live that long, right? Safety first, my friends. And of course, do not try this at home. Wow, effortless. When it broke through the brick, I actually thought that the blade was compromised, but it was so effortless that it broke it completely in half. Maybe that was a weak brick. I'm not really sure. It may have been a weakling, an underling brick. So let's go ahead and get these baby bricks out of the way. Let's try another brick. Maybe this is going to be another magic brick. Let's see. Look at that. Just too easy. Too easy. The Becker BK20 can't be stopped by little tiny bricks. The Becker BK20 beat those baby bricks with ease. Let's go ahead and step it up a notch to the bigger brother of the brick, the construction cinder block. Very common construction item, and I'll tell you what, very tough. Remember, do not try this stuff at home, guys. And safety first. Be striking it with the spine of the knife blade. Look at that, just so effortless. You know what, let's try the pommel. It's a full tang. Should be able to stand up to the pressure. I mean, just so simple, so easy. Golly, totally awesome. So much power in the palm of your hand. Well, I just had to have a little bit more fun, so a couple of the other pieces here that I haven't broken from my other videos, let's get these out of the way. Go ahead and just kind of, finish these off here. mean, it's crazy how much power this blade actually has. Try another pommel strike. Wow. Man, I'm totally loving this right here. Well, the Becker BK20 just blazed through phase 2. I mean, it was almost too easy for this blade. Maybe my tests are getting a little too easy, I'm not really sure, but let's go ahead and go on to phase 3. Metal on metal penetration. I will be penetrating the tip into this GI 50 caliber ammo can right here. I'll be striking here on this area today. There's no, no marks on it whatsoever. And we'll see how effortless it is of the point going straight into this real thick steel right here. Now, very tough steel, used to haul everything around the world. Major militaries use it. Definitely a lot stronger than a wooden crate. And I'll tell you what, the metal on these things is almost indestructible. But remember, safety first, my friends. Do not try this at home. You could get really hurt. I'll be striking here. Should quote, what is it, Highlander, right? There can be only one. Wow. The tip is so sharp. I mean, it's just completely effortless. I mean, it's almost too much fun, you just can't stop doing it. But I'll tell you what, it has rubbed off the finish on the blade tip. Now I will say, after striking this ammo can so many times, that the tip was dulled somewhat. From the factory it was razor sharp and it was grabbing on my finger really easily, but now the very extremely sharp tip or pointy tip has been rounded down a little bit, but it is still pretty pointy to the touch. I mean, it does grab on my skin, so it would still make a pretty effective point. Now here is where it struck, went inside, and it just completely opened these huge holes inside of this ammo can. I mean, definitely maximum penetration out of this BK20. Took off some of the finish here, some of the finish there, but the blade itself is not compromised. 4. Next we have the hammering and standing test. I'll be hammering the BK20 into this 4x6 right here, and I'll be standing on it with all of my weight to see how much flexibility the blade actually has, and hopefully it does not break or chip or crack. And on top of that, the hammering itself will be a compression strength test. So that way, the molecules, if they're all lined up correctly, they'll compress just fine, and we won't have any type of cracks or stresses or breakages happen. Now remember, believe me guys, do not try this at home. I do it, so y'all guys don't have to. Safety first, my friends. Gotta pick a suitable spot here. Here we go. The tip is sunk in a lot. Let's go ahead and keep going though. All right, got it sunk in really far. Let's go ahead and test it and see if it holds up. All right, there we go. No cheating, Mayor Fuglycool. Wow. And you saw all that bend right there. It's able to hold my weight. Let's go ahead and check out the blade. Huh. It's perfectly straight. Last but not least, we have the pull-up test. Safety first. Please don't try this at home, and definitely can it support the mayor's weight. 1 pull-up, 2 pull-ups, 3 pull-ups to the chopper, 4 pull-ups, and 5 pull-ups. Definitely can support the mayor's weight. Well, there you have it, guys and gals. The Becker BK20 has passed the Mayor Fuglycool test with flying colors. Excellent knife, excellent design. Thanks to Ethan Becker. Definitely Mayor approved. Ethan Becker knows what he's doing when he's designing a knife. And this knife has an excellent point, excellent belly. I mean, it's an excellent chopper, and it's just about light enough to pack anywhere. Really awesome knife. Thank you to Ethan Becker. I bought this for sure from K-Bar for about $200. It actually came with 2 other knives. It came with a BK5 and a BK4. I've got them right here. Grab them real quick for you. BK5. It's actually a pretty cool looking steak knife here. I mean, some people like the design. And the BK4, which is a cool, like a kukri influenced machete type of blade. I actually really enjoy this one, and for me it's got a good grip to it, a good feel, and I might have to test it later on the Mayor Fuglycool channel. Let's see if it's still sharp enough to slice into this paper. Now remember, safety first, my friends. You don't want to get a paper cut into the eye. A little bit hesitant. But it does have some sharp edges still left on the blade. It's such of a large blade. Around this area I've got the most sharpness still left. Up here I have probably almost no sharpness left to cut into this piece of paper. It, you know, tears the paper more than it actually slices it. But it's still pretty sharp for the for the tests that it went through. Now definitely, guys and gals, thanks for watching. Leave a comment in the comment box below. Tell me what you like and what you don't like about these tests. You know, oh, Mayor Fuglycool, you're too hard on your knives. Okay, I'd like to hear it. Mayor Fuglycool, I love your videos. Awesome, I'd really like to hear that too. Remember, leave a like my videos, definitely like them. Or if you don't like them, dislike them. Say, you know what, I hate Mayor Fuglycool. He beats up bricks and it makes me angry, so I'm gonna have to dislike it. So okay, that's cool with me too. Or if you love your knife so much, you know, oh, how can you do so much pain and destruction to the knife? Oh, I'm crying tears. Then you can go ahead and dislike because of that reason also. Now remember, also subscribe. When you subscribe, it helps me reach the top of the YouTube charts, definitely, and you can get notified when my Mayor Fuglycool videos come out. You and your friends can watch, make fun of me, you know, check it out, check all the knife destruction happening, and definitely remember that I test this stuff right here, so you don't have to. Alright guys, well, that's the Mayor. Thanks for watching. Minecraft Man and I, we both agreed that everything is bigger in Texas. So of course, knives have to be bigger. And we have both come to the summation that this knife is Texas approved.